I'm Tristan Winder in the News 2 streaming studio at the Morning Pulse here on this Wednesday, March 5th. The Nebraska State Patrol has confirmed that there has been a deadly crash in central Nebraska that happened near mile marker 310 near Alda yesterday, just before 4 Central. The 511 camera captured this crash, and we're still waiting to learn how many victims there are and if the weather played a factor in the accident as well. In other news today, drivers are now able to travel on the interstate from Grand Island to Lincoln after traffic was stopped for hours. A jackknife semi and vehicles off the road caused the closure from Grand Island all the way through York. Law enforcement's been working throughout the morning hours today to help get things back open. Highway 34 from Grand Island to Phillips has been reopened within the past several hours as well. And keep in mind, there still might be some delays getting onto the interstate, as the North Platte region did avoid snow accumulation and thankfully ice, it looks like, as well. But still in the path of those blizzard conditions from yesterday with those very high winds that we experienced. And yes, North Platte region did avoid some of what eastern Nebraska experienced with snow accumulation and ice as well. Last night, the North Platte City Council discussing how the city addresses delinquent and dilapidating properties. Specifically, the council addressing a resolution to give City Attorney Bill Trushinsky the authority to represent the city at a sheriff's sale later this month for property along West 2nd Street that has been on the community's condemnation list.
The city's only interest here is that we feel that we can save some additional taxpayer expense. This is one of those properties that is on the condemnation list, and so we feel that there had been I believe, if memory serves, there had been a fire at this property, and there's been no one in it for quite some time, and so we just want to make sure that it gets cleaned up. So if somebody else shows up, they want to go to the effort to demolish the house, get the lot cleared, and put more housing on there, then I don't see that it's the city's role to stand in their way.
Happening today, high school girls basketball teams from around the good life competing in Lincoln, taking their shot at becoming the next state champions. 48 teams in 6 classes will tip off throughout the morning hours today and play their matches either at Pinnacle Bank Arena or the Devaney Center. Full brackets can be found on our website, knopnews2.com. And of course, we're specifically monitoring the Swedes of Gothenburg, who have once again punched their ticket to state representing Central Nebraska at the Girls State Basketball Tournament. The boys tournament coming up next week. We'll have pairings for some teams as the day progresses today, as there were some weather postponements that have kind of delayed the boys basketball first round state pairings as well. In national news, U.S. consumers and businesses stand to pay a hefty price for current tariffs on America's top 3 trading partners. The tariffs are now 20% on Chinese goods and 25% for our neighbors to the south and north, Mexico and China. While the effect on Americans won't necessarily be immediate, it could raise prices for just about everything. That includes food items, as Mexico and Canada supply a significant share. Electronics, toys, and appliances will also likely be impacted because China is a major supplier of those products for the U.S. as well. In health news this morning, a measles outbreak in Texas has grown to 159 cases. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says it's now on the ground responding. Texas officials said 22 people have been hospitalized. Last week, Texas announced the first death in the outbreak, an unvaccinated school-aged child with no underlying health conditions. It was the first measles death in the U.S. since 2015 and the first child since 2003. Rounding out the morning pulse with a check of the 7-day forecast. No longer have that weather alert day issued today that you see on the 7-day, just because Greater Nebraska, the North Platte region specifically, is able to avoid a lot of that blizzard conditions. And temperatures today, not too bad, climbing to the upper 40s. Tomorrow we have additional chances of moisture into the region, and then it gets awfully chilly on Friday with that chance of another snowstorm coming into the region as well. Not too bad temperatures for the weekend, though, and then, hey, look at the beginning of next work week. Temperatures do not take too long to rise back in to that seasonably warm category that we experienced late last week and Monday of this week as well.